Welcome to my channel, Ambiguously Unethical, and to the very first episode of Can We Find It for Free on the Internet? I've come to believe that almost everything digital can be found for free on the Internet, whether it be software or ebooks or audiobooks, anything. The focus of this series will be items that I find to be a little bit more difficult to discover and weed out. The focus of this series isn't to determine what's right or wrong, what's legal or illegal, what's ethical or unethical, whether you should download something or whether you shouldn't download something. The only thing we're looking at is if it's available for free online. That said, recently I started seeing advertisements in my iPhone Books app and in my iPhone Facebook app for an audiobook, Star Trek versus Q. I had never heard of this audiobook, and I'm a pretty big fan of Star Trek and of the characters Spock and Q, so I thought, hey, let me take a look. To my surprise, it was a little bit more difficult to find than I thought it would be. So let's get started. Okay, I've just hopped on my inexpensive laptop, and when looking to see if something is available online, I normally look at BitTorrent sites first, just to see what's out there. And I typically use Pirate Bay. In this case, I'm looking for Spock versus Q. And so, at first blush, there's no results, nothing. So what I do next when Pirate Bay doesn't work is I usually just go to a Google search. So in this case, I'm going to look for Spock versus Q. I'm going to spell torrent. Okay, so there's a couple. I'll look at the very first Google recommendation. So I already see that one torrent is to satisfy this result. It's not specific to Spock versus Q. It's the entire Alien Voices set. So now that I know what it's being posted under, back to Ray in this case, or your torrent site of choice, and look for that. Okay, it looks like there is Alien Voices complete set available on Pirate Bay. So let's take a look. Yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. A little description tells me all the files that are included. So, success. Okay, I'm back from my dying laptop microphone. So what did we discover? We discovered not only Spock versus Q, but also Spock versus Q, the bonus video disc, Spock versus Q, the sequel, and the entire Leonard Nimoy and John DeLancey Alien Voices collaboration, to include Journey to the Center of the Earth, Lost World, The First Men on the Moon, The Invisible Man, The Time Machine, and War of the Worlds. So all we had to do is do a little research on Spock versus Q and expand our search to include the overlapping collaboration, which gave us everything. Let's look at the specific site found. Now displayed is the exact Pirate Bay URL that I found that led me to Spock versus Q. But there are a lot of different torrent sites, and every URL will look different. This is the one I just found. Below that is a specific magnet torrent URL, which you can see is a lot more detailed and may or may not be shared amongst the various torrent sites. But let's say, well, I'm not familiar with torrent sites or torrent files. I'm not familiar with magnet files, or I'm not sure of the legality, or I'm not sure of the ethics behind it. Is there any other way? Well, when it comes to audiobooks, I always take a look at YouTube as well. So let's get started. Okay, I'm back on my dying laptop microphone. So when looking for audiobooks on YouTube, I just type in the name that I'm looking for. In this case, Spock versus Q. And as we can see, there are some audiobooks available. Spock versus Q, the sequel. This one is by channel Blue Monkey 223. A little synopsis. 2 years ago, 8.47 thousand subscribers. So it looks like it's the complete Star Trek Spock versus Q, the sequel. In fact, you also see that available broken out. So you can see also Star Trek Spock versus Q, the sequel, broken out in parts. You can use various programs to download YouTube audio, to download YouTube movies altogether. So this is one way to, or just listen to it on YouTube on your phone or laptop or computer. The only problem I find here is it doesn't look like the original Spock versus Q is available. I try to look on the sides, recommended files, and there are a bunch of collaborations by alien voices. I do not see any Spock versus Q, the original. So it's possible it's all put together in this audiobook, or it's just not available on YouTube. But for those who aren't familiar with torrent or magnet files, YouTube is a perfectly good alternative to look for those free files online. Despite the dying microphone, I think you get the gist. The bottom line is there is a lot of free content online, uh, not just torrent files, not just magnet files, but also on YouTube itself. Thank you for watching. If you would like to see more content like this, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.